Have you ever wondered why two people can pray for the same dream, work just as hard, and yet live completely different lives? The answer is quieter than most people imagine. Life does not simply respond to what you want, it responds to what you feel is already true. Desire opens the door, but feeling invites the experience inside. That is why some people spend years hoping for abundance while secretly feeling unworthy of it. They ask for success while emotionally identifying with failure. They dream of wealth while remaining loyal to the feeling of lack. The world faithfully reflects that inner atmosphere. Your feelings are not random emotions drifting through your mind. They are creative instructions. They are silent messages sent into the unseen parts of life, where tomorrow is already being formed. Long before your eyes witness change, your heart has already chosen it. There has always been a quiet understanding passed from one generation to another that life reflects the condition of the soul more faithfully than the appearance of the world. The invisible always gives birth to the visible. What is consistently accepted within eventually finds its way into everyday experience. Think of a mirror. You would never stand before it, frown, and expect it to smile first. You smile, and the reflection follows. Reality works with the same quiet certainty. Your feeling moves first. Life responds afterward. This changes everything. It means you no longer have to wait for success before feeling successful. You no longer have to wait for love before feeling lovable. You no longer have to wait for prosperity before feeling prosperous. The feeling comes first. Reality catches up. Perhaps this seems difficult because the world has trained you to believe only what your eyes can see. Since childhood, you have been taught to react to circumstances rather than create them. If money disappears, you feel anxious. If someone rejects you, you feel unwanted. If an opportunity closes, you feel defeated. But what if those moments were invitations instead of conclusions? What if every circumstance simply asked one question? What will you choose to feel now? Because the feeling you choose becomes the path you continue walking. Imagine standing in a beautiful garden after a gentle spring rain. Every flower blooms differently. Some reach toward the sunlight with confidence. Others are just beginning to open. Yet every blossom grows from the same invisible process beneath the soil. No flower struggles to convince the sun to shine. It simply receives. Your life is meant to unfold with that same quiet trust. Abundance is not something you force. It is something you become available to through the feeling you consistently embrace. There was once someone who dreamed of financial freedom every single day. They watched motivational videos, they read inspiring books, they repeated affirmations every morning. Yet every evening they whispered to themselves, "People like me never get ahead." That one hidden sentence quietly erased everything they practiced. Eventually, they discovered something remarkable. Instead of trying to force better circumstances, they began changing the feeling behind every ordinary moment. When paying a bill, they silently felt grateful that more than enough was always finding them. When walking through beautiful neighborhoods, they imagined they belonged there instead of feeling separated from them. When seeing successful people, they celebrated instead of comparing. Slowly, their emotional world changed. Soon, their outer world followed. New opportunities appeared. Unexpected relationships formed. Ideas arrived naturally. Nothing magical happened overnight, yet everything changed because they changed the feeling they carried. Your emotions are like the fragrance of a flower. You cannot see the fragrance, yet everyone around notices its presence. The feeling you carry announces your expectations long before your words do. That is why peace attracts different experiences than fear. Confidence notices opportunities that insecurity overlooks. Gratitude opens doors that complaint never sees. You are always broadcasting something. Make sure it is the life you truly desire. Close your eyes now. Take one slow, gentle breath, then another. Long every breath to soften your body. Let your shoulders relax. Let your thoughts become quiet. There is nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to solve. Simply remain here, present, peaceful, aware. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a long white stone pathway surrounded by magnificent trees whose leaves shimmer softly in golden sunlight. A gentle breeze brushes against your face. The air smells fresh with pine, jasmine, and rain-kissed earth. Birds sing quietly somewhere beyond the trees. The world feels calm. Every step you take along this path fills your heart with increasing peace. You notice that you are walking without effort. Each step feels natural, safe, certain. Ahead of you stands an elegant gate crafted from polished iron, decorated with beautiful golden patterns. As the gate slowly opens, you realize this place belongs to you. Beyond it stretches a breathtaking estate, surrounded by gardens overflowing with color. Crystal fountains sparkle beneath the morning sun. Beautiful flowers bloom everywhere. The air itself seems filled with possibility. You walk toward an extraordinary home. Large windows reflect endless blue skies. Soft music drifts through the open doors. Everything feels warm, peaceful, and deeply welcoming. You are not visiting someone else's dream. You have arrived inside your own. Walk slowly through the entrance. Notice the polished marble beneath your feet. Feel the gentle warmth of sunlight flowing through every room. Beautiful artwork hangs upon elegant walls. Fresh flowers decorate every space. The quiet atmosphere carries no stress, no urgency, only confidence. This is what abundance feels like. You continue walking until you reach a large window overlooking rolling hills, sparkling water, and endless horizons. Luxury cars rest peacefully outside, not as symbols of status, as natural expressions of a life lived in freedom. There is no pressure here, only ease, only possibility, only gratitude. As you continue walking, you notice someone standing beside the window. They turn toward you. Their smile immediately feels familiar. Then you realize something extraordinary. You are looking at yourself, not the version shaped by fear, not the version carrying old limitations. You are meeting the wealthiest, wisest, most confident version of yourself. This person moves with complete certainty. Their posture reflects quiet strength. Their eyes shine with peace. Every movement carries calm authority. Nothing feels forced. Nothing feels uncertain. They already know life supports them. Notice the clothes they wear. Beautifully tailored, comfortable, elegant. Notice how effortlessly they smile. Listen carefully as they begin speaking. I stopped chasing abundance when I discovered abundance was already within me. I stopped asking whether I deserved success because I remembered I was created to express it. I stopped waiting for confidence because I realized confidence grows every time I choose faith over fear. Every word feels like truth you had forgotten. Walk closer, stand face to face, look deeply into their eyes. There is no separation between the two of you, only memory, only recognition. This successful version of yourself gently places a hand over your heart. Immediately you feel warmth spreading through your entire body. Old worries begin dissolving. Fear quietly melts away. You feel lighter, freer, more alive than ever before. Then something beautiful happens. The golden light surrounding this version of you begins flowing into your own body. Confidence becomes your confidence. Peace becomes your peace. Financial freedom becomes your natural expectation. You feel yourself becoming one with this identity. There is no future version anymore. There is only you. Feel yourself walking through an ordinary morning in this new life. You wake naturally. Your first feeling is gratitude. You check your investments without anxiety. Money flows with consistency. Meaningful work inspires you. People value your ideas. Your family smiles because peace now fills your home. Generosity becomes effortless. You help others without fear of losing anything because you know abundance continues multiplying. Notice how different successes feels now. It is no longer excitement mixed with fear. It is quiet certainty. It is calm. It is stable. It feels like coming home. Stay here for a little while longer. Feel every detail. Feel the soft breeze against your skin. Hear laughter somewhere in the distance. Smell fresh coffee drifting through the home. Feel complete freedom. Feel complete worthiness. Long this feeling to become familiar, because this feeling is becoming your new identity. Slowly return your awareness to this moment. Bring that feeling back with you. Do not leave it inside the imagination. Carry it into your next breath. Carry it into your next conversation. Carry it into tomorrow morning, because this feeling is not pretending, it is preparing. Every great achievement has always been born twice, first within, then without. You are simply choosing to live from the first creation until the second naturally appears. From today forward, protect your feelings with loving awareness. If fear knocks at the door, answer with faith. If doubt whispers that nothing is changing, Gently remind yourself that roots grow long before branches appear. If old memories return, thank them for bringing you this far. Then lovingly choose a better feeling. You do not owe your past your future. You owe your future your faith. Every feeling becomes a quiet promise to life. Every peaceful expectation becomes a seed already searching for fertile ground. Every moment of gratitude becomes an invitation for greater blessings. Life is always listening to the language of your heart. So let your heart speak abundance. Let it speak confidence. Let it speak freedom. Let it speak love. And one day, perhaps sooner than you imagine, you will look around at the beautiful life unfolding before you and realize that nothing arrived by accident. It all began the moment you chose to feel like the person you were always meant to become. And perhaps this is why the smallest moments in life are often the most powerful. People imagine that transformation begins with dramatic events, but it rarely does. It begins in the quiet places no one else can see. It begins when you choose a better feeling while washing the dishes. It begins when you smile to yourself while driving, instead of replaying yesterday's disappointments. It begins when you quietly expect something good before opening your email, answering a phone call, or stepping into a meeting. These moments seem ordinary, yet ordinary moments repeated with extraordinary awareness become an extraordinary life. You are not building your future only during your biggest decisions. You are building it through the emotional atmosphere you carry from one simple moment to the next. Think of an artist standing before a blank canvas. The masterpiece is not created with one giant brushstroke. It appears through hundreds of small movements made with patience, vision, and love. Your inner life is painted the same way. Every peaceful thought adds another color. Every grateful feeling adds another layer. Every decision to believe in possibility instead of limitation shapes the picture you will eventually live inside. This is why consistency matters more than intensity. Anyone can feel inspired for a single afternoon. Anyone can believe after receiving good news. But the heart that quietly chooses faith before there is visible evidence begins living from an entirely different level of consciousness. That quiet faith has a creative power beyond explanation. It changes how you speak. It changes how you walk. It changes what you notice. It even changes what you are willing to attempt. People often believe opportunities suddenly appeared. In reality, they simply became the kind of person who could finally recognize them. There are blessings that have been near you all along, waiting for the version of you who believes they belong. Imagine walking through a beautiful forest carrying a lantern at night. The lantern does not illuminate the entire journey, it simply reveals the next few steps. Yet those few steps are always enough to continue moving forward. Life rarely reveals every answer at once. Instead, each peaceful feeling becomes another light on the path. You do not need complete certainty about the future. You only need enough trust to take the next step as the person you have already decided to become. Notice how children imagine. They never question whether their dreams are too large. They become explorers, inventors, kings, artists, and heroes without asking permission from the world. Somewhere along the way, many people stopped imagining freely because they became more loyal to appearances than possibilities. Yet the creative part of you never disappeared. It simply became quieter beneath years of doubt. Now you are inviting it back, not as childish fantasy, as conscious creation. There is remarkable wisdom in learning to enjoy the feeling before receiving the result. Imagine someone preparing their dream home. Months before moving in, they choose furniture. Imagine family gatherings. Picture peaceful mornings by the window and smile as though they already belong there. Those joyful moments are not wasted. They are emotional rehearsals for the life that is coming. The heart becomes familiar with abundance long before the hands touch it. You can begin living emotionally in your desired future without escaping your present responsibilities. In fact, doing so transforms the present into fertile ground for everything ahead. Pay attention to the language your heart naturally uses. Does it often say, "What if everything goes wrong?" Gently teach it another question. What if everything works out better than I imagined? That single question opens space inside the mind. Suddenly fear no longer occupies every room. Hope enters quietly. Possibility sits beside it. Confidence begins growing where anxiety once lived. The quality of your questions shapes the quality of your feelings, and your feelings quietly shape your reality. There will be moments when the old self tries to return. It may whisper familiar stories. It may remind you of past disappointments. It may suggest that nothing has really changed. Welcome those thoughts without fear. Do not argue with them. Simply recognize them as visitors who no longer live in your house. Allow them to pass like clouds drifting across a wide blue sky. The sky never becomes the cloud. Your awareness never becomes the fear unless you choose to hold it. Instead, return gently to the feeling you have chosen. Return again and again, not because you failed, because this is how every new identity becomes natural. A musician does not become skilled by playing one perfect note. A gardener does not grow flowers by watering only once. A mountain stream shapes solid stone not through force, but through faithful persistence. Gentleness repeated becomes power. The same is true for your inner world. Every loving return strengthens the new version of you. There is also something deeply freeing about releasing the need to compare your journey with anyone else's. Comparison quietly steals the joy of creation because it shifts your attention away from your own unfolding. The flower does not compete with the mountain. The river does not envy the stars. Each fulfills its purpose by expressing its own nature. Your path carries a timing designed specifically for you. Trust it. Some blessings arrive quickly because they prepare you for greater responsibility. Others arrive slowly because they are shaping you into someone who can sustain them with wisdom. Neither pace is a sign of failure. Both are expressions of perfect preparation. As this understanding grows within you, you may notice that your relationship with time itself begins to change. You become less impatient. You stop asking, "Why isn't it here yet?" Instead, a quieter confidence begins to emerge. You start saying, "Every day, I become more ready to receive what already belongs to me." That feeling removes struggle from the journey. Instead of chasing tomorrow, you begin cooperating with it. And something remarkable happens when struggle disappears. Creativity flows more freely, ideas arrive unexpectedly, meaningful conversations occur at exactly the right moment, a chance meeting opens an unexpected door, an inspired thought leads to a decision that changes everything. To the outside world, these moments may appear to be coincidence, but from within, they feel like gentle confirmations that your inner world and your outer experience are finally beginning to move in harmony. Once you begin noticing this quiet harmony, you realize that life has been communicating with you in subtle ways all along. Every meaningful encounter, every inspired idea, every unexpected opportunity seems to carry a deeper invitation, not merely to receive something new, but to become someone new. And it is in accepting that invitation with an open heart that an even greater understanding begins to reveal itself. And now, before you return to your day, allow yourself one final gift. Do nothing for just this moment. Do not try to become anything. Do not try to fix anything. Simply be still, breathe slowly. Feel the quiet space within you. There is a peace beneath every thought that has always been waiting for your attention. It has never left you. It has remained constant through every victory, every disappointment, every question, and every dream. It is the place within you that has always known you were created for more. Listen carefully to that quiet place. It does not speak with fear. It does not rush. It does not compare. It simply reminds you of what has always been true. You are not here to spend your life chasing your worth. You are here to express it. You are not here to beg life for permission to prosper. You are here to awaken to the abundance that has always lived within your own consciousness. You are not separate from the life you desire. You are the source from which it will grow. This understanding changes everything, because from this moment forward, you no longer need to wait for a miracle. You become the place where miracles quietly begin. Every loving thought becomes an act of creation. Every peaceful feeling becomes an invitation. Every grateful breath becomes a declaration that you trust the unseen more than temporary appearances. Walk through this world knowing that your inner conversations matter. They are not empty words. They are living seeds. Speak gently to yourself. The world listens. Believe kindly in yourself. Life responds. Expect goodness. Goodness finds its way to you. The future you dream about is not asking you to struggle harder. It is asking you to think differently, to feel differently, to love yourself more deeply than you ever have before. Real wealth begins the moment your heart stops measuring itself by circumstances. Real success begins the moment your identity becomes greater than your obstacles. Real abundance begins when gratitude becomes more familiar than worry. There will still be days when challenges appear. There will still be moments that ask for patience. But now you understand something you did not fully understand before. Circumstances are temporary. Consciousness is creative. The outer world is always catching up with the inner one. So refuse to let passing moments define eternal truths about yourself. If fear visits, welcome it without becoming it. If doubt whispers, answer with quiet certainty. If old habits return, gently choose again, not with frustration, with compassion, because every loving choice strengthens the person you are becoming. Never underestimate the sacred responsibility of your own awareness. You are the guardian of your inner world. No one else can decide what meaning you give to your experiences. No one else can choose the feeling you carry into tomorrow. That sacred freedom has always belonged to you. Use it wisely. Choose thoughts that bless your future. Choose words that strengthen your soul. Choose feelings that agree with the life you wish to live. The life you repeatedly feel within will become the life you naturally recognize without. And when abundance arrives, and it will, receive it with humility. When success finds you, and it will, wear it with kindness. When opportunities multiply, and they will share your blessings generously. Because the richest heart is not the one that simply receives, it is the one that knows there is always more than enough to give. Allow your success to become a light for others. Allow your peace to calm anxious hearts. Allow your confidence to remind someone else that they too are capable of creating a beautiful life. The greatest prosperity is never measured only by what fills your hands. It is measured by what overflows from your heart. One day, perhaps years from now, you will pause in the middle of an ordinary morning. Sunlight will quietly enter your room. You will smile without needing a reason. You will notice a peace that once felt impossible. You will see opportunities that once seemed beyond reach. You will remember dreams that used to make you wonder, could this ever happen? And then you will realize something profoundly beautiful. The life surrounding you did not appear because you became lucky. It appeared because, little by little, you became faithful to a new feeling. You chose abundance when fear seemed easier. You chose gratitude when worry invited you back. You chose confidence before the evidence arrived. You chose love over limitation. And life, as it has always done, reflected that choice with quiet perfection. So leave this moment carrying nothing heavy. Leave with an open heart. Leave with peaceful expectation. Leave with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that every thought matters, every word carries creative power, and every feeling is shaping tomorrow. Stand gently in the truth that you are not powerless. You are not forgotten. You are not waiting for life to choose you. You are choosing life with every belief you embrace, every vision you hold, and every feeling you faithfully nurture within. This very breath is a new beginning. This very moment is a new creation. This very awareness is the doorway you have been searching for. Trust it, honor it, live from it, and from this day forward, let your heart become a sacred place where only thoughts worthy of your highest life are allowed to remain. For the feeling you choose today is already becoming the reality you will one day call your life. Rest in that truth, walk in that truth, become that truth, and let the quiet certainty within you gently whisper, now and forever, I already carry within me everything needed to create the life I was born to live.